He was shot. He had his hands up in the air, he was shot. And he reached where it hurt. That's what everybody does if it hurts. And they shot him twice more.
On January 13th, 2016, Chris Briels, who had been serving as the fire chief for Harney County, Oregon for 30 years, turned in his resignation, saying that the Bureau of Land Management was trampling on the rights of private landowners and asserting that he could not count on anybody within the county government. As a part of the protests which were taking place at Malheur Wildlife Refuge at the time, he would go on to co-found the Harney County Committee of Safety, a governmental body which is modeled after something in the Revolutionary War. I'll go over this soon, but the first thing I wanted to go over was the death of one of the protesters in this case, Lavoy Finicum, who was shot by police.
And they stopped Ammon and Lavoy and everybody. Ryan stuck his hands out to show that they were peaceful, and they shot at the hand. Somebody shot at one of his hands and hit Lavoy's rearview mirror. And Lavoy was saying, "Who are you?" They found out it said Oregon State Police, and he said, "Well, we're going to John Day. We're gonna go see the sheriff up there. Let's all go up there." And Shauna Cox's video started then.
These protesters understood that the sheriff was the highest constitutional law enforcement official in the land, being the only law enforcement official that is actually elected by their constituents. So as they're going and coming from Malheur Wildlife Refuge, nobody ever really gives them any trouble. And it's just a normal day. They're going up to John Day to give a lecture on the Constitution when they are set up in more or less an ambush. This is an area that is, every place around it is flat, but the initial ambush starts just as the road goes up the hill and around a curve. And as the bullets go flying, Lavoy Finicum holds his hands out the window and says, "We're going up to John Day. We're meeting with the sheriff there because the one here in Harney County has abandoned his constitutional duty."
Where's my phone?
Hey boys, you better realize we got people on the way. You want a bloodbath? It's going to be on your hand. We're going to go see the sheriff.
Call Joseph Rice.
Better understand how this thing's going to end.
What's the number?
I'm going to be laying down here on the ground with my blood on the street, or I'm going to go see the sheriff.
You don't have any?
We got people en route.
Yes, we do.
They came around that corner. The roadblock was right here. There's a long straight stretch there that there could have been a roadblock. No one would have got blindsided. There was lots of snow on the ground. They couldn't have got by. This was intentional to kill him. The guy that shot the first shot, this is from the transcripts from the Astorita trial. And the Astorita trial was the trial of the FBI guy that shot here and policed his rounds and said he didn't shoot. So when they were investigating him, this came out in court. The guy that took the first shot, state police, FBI guy said, "What in the fuck are you doing? You just escalated this situation." That cop, state police, got on the radio and said, "Lavoy's coming. We need to kill him."
Since these interviews, I've spoken to a friend who comes from Oregon, and he told me that the police in the rural parts of eastern Oregon operate more or less on a good old boy system. They decided to escalate the situation. They were not constitutionally elected. They were not the sheriffs. And the FBI was standing by and decided to escalate it further to the point where the whole situation came to a very speedy end. Everybody in this vehicle understood that it was the duty of the sheriff to prevent unconstitutional arrests, and the sheriff in Harney County had neglected his duty up to that point. So because of that, they formed a constitutional governing body. They decided to go meet with the sheriff of Grant County in John Day. But along the way, they had been shot at, and they knew that they needed to meet with the sheriff of Grant County now more than ever.
The guy that he radioed to up here was here, waiting. In the video, the black car behind Lavoy was the one that had took the first shot at Ryan's hand. And when Lavoy got stuck in the snow, he jumped out of his car and he come running up, and Lavoy was standing up there. He was facing that way. There were people all over up in here where they had trimmed the branches off for rests for the trees, and there were people all over. And that cop shot him in the back, the low right. And Lavoy went like that, and the other cop that he had radioed to shot him the other 2 times.
Do you have numbers for people here in town?
Yeah, but... Hang on!
Okay, they're shooting.
Hang on!
Okay, we're here.
Go ahead and shoot me!
Jim! Trying to.
Shoot me! Go ahead and shoot me!
Stay down, stay down. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down.
Shoot me! You're gonna have to shoot me!
Damn it. Are they shooting him? Did I shoot him? You assholes. Oh my God! Hold still, hold still. Stay down.
I kicked
Is he
him out.
dead?
Don't get out.
I'm an EMT! I'm an EMT!
Stop it.
No!
Are you hit?
No, I'm an EMT! Help him!
No, hold on, don't do anything. Hey, no shooting, don't do anything. The door's shut. Where the hell is Lavoy? Is he on the... Did they shoot him?
I can't see.
Help him!
Shut up.
So this is the first time I'm hearing about this. I heard that he was reaching back, but you're saying he was shot. And
He was shot. He had his hands up in the air, he was shot. And he reached where it hurt. That's what everybody does if it hurts. And they shot him twice more. They left the body lay there, didn't even come up and check his pulse for a while. And later on, they came up and supposedly found a gun on him. But he didn't have a gun on him. He had a gun under the seat. Lavoy normally carried a long pistol, a revolver, and it was at the refuge.